The PS2. What a legendary console, with such amazing games such as Burnout Dominator and, Guitar Hero, one of my personal favorites. And, Midnight Club, another great game. Or games like Tony Hawk's Underground. You know, I will get to reviewing some of these games someday. But, you know, for every one good game that came out, there's always one absolutely terrible game, like this one. But today I want to focus in on a game that I remember from my childhood. And no, it's not Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. I would have been, well, too young to play a rated M game whenever that game came out. But it was a good deal on it. I am, of course, talking about a game for the PlayStation 2 that is so terrible, I have often quoted that the Game Boy version of this game is much better. This game I'm talking about? Stuntman. Well, let me show you the cover. Stuntman. It's still being covered by that sticker. But, you know, it's by Atari, and they make games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, so I thought, how could you go wrong getting this? And it's on the PlayStation. It must be better than the Game Boy version I played as a child. Well, I was sadly mistaken, and I believe this game was worse. But to compare it, I should go back to my childhood and take a look at the actual Game Boy version to see how it plays in comparison to this.
Now, the PS2 does offer many advantages over the Game Boy, including amazing cutscenes and better graphics, but it seemed to be lacking in two departments over the Game Boy version, from what I remember first playing it. First was the overly long load screen that would come up every time you lost. Every time you failed the stunt, you would have to sit at the load screen, just like we're doing right now, and you would wait and wait and wait. It was awful. And second was the controls. The controls were horrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, you have such good analog control on a PlayStation 2, and how could they mess something up so easy? Well, let's just see how the Game Boy makers did. To begin, this is the case for the Game Boy version I had as a kid. Just look at the cover. Look at the interesting artwork. I was expecting an excellent game inside this package, and from what I remember, it was somewhat decent. I liked it, for some reason. I'm not sure why, but today I'm going to review it. So I'm going to boot up my Dimension 2400. It's a very old machine. Turn on my Visual Boy emulator. I know emulators are supposed to be illegal, but everyone does it because nobody wants to buy a Game Boy. And I'm on with the game. And if you guys think I'm crazy or stupid enough to play with the mouse and keyboard in an actual emulator, you guys are silly. I'm going to use my Logitech Dual Action controller. It improves every single game. So, after a pretty decent cutscene, we're getting more cutscenes. And the music seems to chop out. They couldn't just keep one flow of music? Now to choose the language. You obviously have English, French, German, Spanish, and Italian. I can speak all of these. Just kidding. Let's go with English. Okay, now to input the name. Just putting in the Daniel. Oh, we have a problem. That messed up that. The gameplay must not be very good if they struggle to program a name entry screen. Let's just do the career mode. Get this over with. Oh, God. Gotta love those cheap graphics. I don't know what to say. God help me get through this game. Please, please. Well, at least I skipped that to get straight to the gameplay. Oh, now the speed perspective isn't even that good. I blew up? I mean, I'm doing everything with my controls. I'll try again. Maybe this time it'll be better, but look at these graphics. I know it's Game Boy, but it's horrible. So cheaply done. Why not make a good 2D game rather than a really garbage-looking 3D game? Please. I blew up again. One last try. If I mess this one up, it's not going to be good. I'm going to quit and probably go put in a better game. Well, at least I didn't get crushed. But now I'm stuck? Oh, good. Got out of that one. And how do I perform a handbrake 90? I got a red? That car bumped me too. Okay, now let's make this turn. Oh, now I'm running out of time? No, I missed the checkpoint. I'm quitting. This is too hard. The controls are the worst. They're even worse than the original. I guess when I was younger I could tolerate bad controls. Let's do the jump test. Oh, and great, all the cars are locked. I guess they make you play the garbage part before you can get to anything interesting. Well, how can I get to that part when this game is just too hard? I give up. You know, I guess as a kid we're more tolerant to good games and to bad games. A terrible game like this, I guess we just didn't know it was terrible because we had nothing better to compare it to. Well, I guess that's it for this review. See you next time. I'll give you the numbers for this review.